Here it comes. Here it comes, La Breeze to blow away. The light is flickering, which is very concerning. I really don't need the light flickering while I'm streaming. It's making me worried the mains is gonna like drop out or something. Jazz Jackrabbit, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Won't ever happen. What are we set to? 720. Alright.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract.
I wonder what this is. This could be like a new... Volume low. I'm not sure what I can do here. I'm not sure what I can do. Raise it up another 4 pips. Is that any better? I mean, if I turn this all the way up in my headphones, I can't even hear myself speak. So the volume is definitely high. What are we looking at? Could this be The Witcher then? Yeah, there's a coin, so it's The Witcher.
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Did they fix her face? I'm not gonna have them tell me she's unattractive now. Joining us on stage, Tim Sweeney and long Polish name. It wasn't Tim Sweeney. He was just long Polish name.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red.
Hi,
we
hi.
have a lot to talk about. Hey, guys.
Talk to us.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kitek is going to play the
He
build
does
for us.
seem nervous.
Sure, let's do it.
Oh, okay. That's impressive.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray
Wow.
tracing.
Wow.
So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir. and you'll get to explore it.
Oh, we're in the
game.
COVID region. Okay.
Right now, Ciri is investigating the monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
After guttering Hitlers. The Woker. The Woker 3.
All right, everyone.
The Woker 4.
Meet Kelpie.
The Wokecher.
Let weeds be weeds,
Aggro.
Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
Of course, she's got the
Return to
big,
town.
These two
hard,
characters need to feel
strong,
like one. Since you're
long,
gonna explore the world on
black
horseback, riding
horse.
this will be seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support
We get to
root
watch him
motion
mount her
movement
from
on
any
Kelpie,
angle or
So
speed.
controlling her feels realistic
Game of the year.
and grounded.
Game of the year. Oh, it's the other way
And there are
around.
also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance.
Okay,
there.
that's unnecessary level of detail, though. Okay, now you're getting unnecessary. Now you're getting unnecessary.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
Oh.
And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage
That's
density everywhere, while
cool.
still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters
Wow.
of triangles turn into these cubes.
Impressive.
Which, at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri.
The technology, like, the software technology is impressive.
Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands.
But chiming in
It's
on
also where Ciri
what we were
took on her
talking about
current
yesterday, I like
High-tech, let's
stylized
leave
games too.
Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Nine gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wink, and the bear's weight grants good fortune. For this feat,
Hearing voices in the different ears and everything is wow. So how long is State of
Guys,
Unreal?
notice
I don't
how
know.
responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it?
Gwent being the card game set in the Witcher universe.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? With Churess. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men, quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon you ladies after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into scenes, something more.
No, this seems fake.
Got
Like,
mackerel cod, all Braxton's finest.
are they going to record
And there
50
is
billion
tons
lines of
tests at play
dialogue?
here. Even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all
AI
of this
voices?
exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the
Yeah.
world around them.
That's what I'm thinking.
But the prisoner in Pillar is an
Otherwise, they're
exciting
recording,
enough
like,
wild rest.
100,000
Let's grab
lines
everyone's
of
attention with the
dialogue.
circles.
And people will react the same way every time.
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal
I'm
systems.
spitballing.
including
I don't know
an
for
entirely
sure.
new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. And that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs. And I'm
Assuming
so
it is
proud
AI,
of what we
there'll probably be
accomplished so far.
people who are
We are too.
staunchly against AI that don't necessarily understand it.
So we're
I mean,
almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
There's a difference between like generative AI
A
and
first
like,
look at Lanexeter.
like text transformers and language learning models and stuff like that.
Onward, Kelby.
I personally think they're lying about the level of intelligence of the NPCs in this. I think they're lying. I think that is
Thanks, guys.
a lie.
Seriously, it looks amazing. And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, the way I see it is what they just showed either has to be AI powered or deception, right? Hopefully they'll tell us more about it.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, So I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release.
Yeah, tell us.
An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage.
Okay.
The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D
I play
geometry
Unreal
for
Engine
all
5
parts
games
of
on
the tree.
PC, right?
Just like we do for
And a lot of
everything
them,
else.
they have micro stutters up the
However,
ass.
This is a crazy amount of fine geometry. So we had
On
to
a base
rethink
PS5,
how
this
trees
seems
are
unbelievable.
created and displayed. To create them, we developed nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest. They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways. And as you probably
Interesting.
noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here. Lots of details. But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality, you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the main line as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released. And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously.
Do
so
I
you
think
can
AI is
increase the
embedded?
richness of your
No.
scenes even more.
But do I think developers
Now
are
let's talk
using
about
it
chaos
within
physics.
Unreal? Yes.
For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flash, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast in real time.
ML models, okay.
We now
Machine
support
learning.
the baking of
So
fluid
AI is
surface
involved.
data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Modes character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebags. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like
For a game
movement,
developer, this is
avoidance,
exciting stuff.
stick-free behaviors, we also
For
move
me,
them
it's
to worker threads.
Just show me what can
This
be done
is
with it.
really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance.
Yeah.
And the 3 biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improved runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry. And just to take a different example, in City Sample, the streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at high speed.
Wow.
We focus on a lot of areas for performance in 5.6, and mobile is no exception. We work on better defaults and scalability settings for mobile and minimize the
City
default
Sample
package
you
size.
might remember from the
We also
Matrix
improve our
demo.
workflows with a UI refactor of the viewport toolbar and content browser,
Anxiety gadget.
on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
That's
Unreal
cool.
Engine 5.6 is all about performance, and it's available today.
Get into my Japanese train before it's too full game. Market it. You could imagine streamers
Please
playing it.
go, enjoy the tech talks and session we have for you guys, and come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris from the MetaHuman team. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, MetaHuman news. MetaHuman is cool, I guess. Whatever.
Thank you, Julian. Metahumans may only be a few years old, but we are seeing them everywhere.
Metahumans
Powering
are only a
everything
few years
from
old.
Games
Oh
and
god.
AI agents to film, television, cultural heritage, and more.
Not my proudest fap.
What you've
then.
seen so far is just the beginning. The creativity and innovation coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place, to make it easier for everyone to tell stories that matter. Now we're entering the next chapter, expanding how you create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter. To walk us through some of the biggest features in this release, please welcome filmmaker and virtual production pioneer, Matt Workman.
Never heard of you.
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't know me, I'm a cinematographer and Unreal Engine developer.
Okay.
I worked on Epic's first in-camera VFX demo, the one with the motorcycle surrounded by LED walls. It was pretty cool. I'm also the creator of Cinetracer, a previous tool used by filmmakers worldwide. I've been using metahumans in my work since the alpha, and recently I've gotten some hands-on time with some of the new features coming in Unreal Engine 5.6. MetaHuman Creator is a fast and intuitive web-based application used for creating digital characters. And now, with the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor.
Ooh.
That's right, MetaHuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
Nice. That is cool.
I think it's pretty cool, too. You can create and work with metahumans directly in your project, keeping everything connected and in context. And with the new character assemblies, metahumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
MetaHuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy lifting, tasks like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage MetaHuman Cloud services, which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3.
Wow.
The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters. They all look better. It's freaking fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all
Nice.
major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. Metahumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In UE 5.6, metahumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height, inseam, shoulder width, and even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts garments to the character's body, all in
That's
real time, no matter the proportions. As someone who's built these kind of assets before, I can tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation. The new system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster and a whole lot more scalable.
I agree, Acid.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what people do with the new
But in a game
system.
where you
and
do
that
have that kind of
functionality,
this is a cool tool.
Starting today, metahumans and their accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop for digital assets. This is the new metahuman channel on Fab, and there's already some great artists and studios sharing and selling content there. I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled Metahuman Animator a couple years ago?
Of course. I consider myself MetaHuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So, of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Some of my industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible to everyone. Well, today, we are taking it to the next level with a focus on real-time animation. We scoured the galaxy to find the best talent to demo these tools, and I think Matt has found just the right character for the job.
Now, I could be wrong, but I think I cooked here. This guy is a true professional, tons of experience, and he's even going to be joining us via live telecast from space, outer space. Let's go ahead and connect. Hey, Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing!
Who the fuck is this?
I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote.
So is this real
We're
time?
live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh yeah, look at that. You people in your time zones. Hey, Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in real time. This isn't pre-recorded, it's not baked. You're seeing everything as it's happening. Woo! And it's all thanks to MetaHuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego, Corey. He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see, our movements are mirrored within milliseconds. Even the smallest expressions are beautifully articulated.
That is impressive. Straight up, that is impressive.
Look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy. Now I can live chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live
He said the name of the
performance
Scottish
is in
play.
all
He's
the
gonna
happy
die.
accidents. Honestly, most of my best stuff happens when things go, you know, a little sideways.
Nuclear core instability detected.
Case in point, trusting my beautiful nachos to a DIY nuclear-powered air fryer.
Hey, Corey, come on out here.
It's impressive. He was also using literally
Corey
the same
Strasburger.
webcam I have, a
Corey
Logitech.
Strasburger, everyone, the genius behind Blue and Xanadu. MetaHuman Animator now delivers high-fidelity
even an
facial
expensive
animation from
webcam.
virtually any 2D video source in real time. Whether you're driving the performance of your favorite character or calling into keynotes from low Earth orbit, the sky is the limit when it comes to breathing life into your characters. And speaking of that, Corey was just driving Blue with a consumer webcam and markerless motion
I
capture
just
from the
pointed out it was literally
Corey, let me be the first to congratulate you on Blue's VTuber
It's literally
debut right here at Unreal Fest.
Logitech.
And by that, I mean that this is the first time we're seeing MetaHuman Blue puppeted live, and he looked incredible on the big screen. And I know we've said this before a couple times, but I still
MetaHuman
can't
Echo,
believe that
it's
that
gonna
level
happen.
of facial
It's
quality
gonna happen.
is possible from a tiny consumer webcam. It's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. It is, man. It's all mind-blowing. And for me, doing everything sort of solo, being able to see my performance
follow on Kick.
instantly is literally at the core of my pipeline. So I've been waiting for this quality for a really long, long time. And Chris, thanks to an amazing collaboration with the MetaHuman team, Blue is finally
in the
MetaHuman.
inexpensive, wildly
and so with all the other
accessible
crazy
VX
stuff that you
puppets.
guys
Ooh,
are
yes,
elevating,
please.
I think Xanadu is about to level up in a big, big way. So thank you guys. You guys rock.
Awesome, man. It's been awesome. I'd like everyone to give a round of applause
MetaHuman
to Corey and
Echo.
Matt. And
It's
thanks
happening.
for showing everyone.
MetaHuman Echo coming soon.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, guys, for showing all the fantastic features we're going to hone in on this release. All right. We're going to end big with a few updates about metahumans and how they fit into the broader creative ecosystem. First up, today we're releasing 2 advanced toolchains to everyone, MetaHuman Expression Editor and Groom Tools. The Expression Editor lets
Groom Tools.
experienced
Now we're
riggers
talking.
fine-tune a character's expressions and expression combinations,
How
whether
young
matching
can I make the
scans
metahumans?
or creating something completely custom, like a nacho-eating space alien.
You tell me you're
And our new
introducing
Groom
Groom
Tools
Tools?
simplify one of the hardest parts of character creation, high-fidelity hairstyles, making the process more intuitive, faster, and streamlining export
Aiko's
directly
spaceship
to Unreal
arc
Engine.
is going to begin.
We've built these tools for our own teams to solve real production challenges, and now we're opening them up to the entire community. Next, we know you want support from metahumans in your favorite content creation tools, so we're working with partners to make sure that DNA and rig logic work wherever you do. And we have saved the biggest announcement for last. We have updated the Unreal Engine license to include metahumans. You can use them everywhere, in every engine, in any creative software. Go make amazing characters and help define the future of digital humans.
Wow. Metahumans everywhere.
If you're curious to learn more, join our Unreal Fest sessions, swing by our booth, or check out metahuman.com to get hands-on with
We're
everything
about
you've
to
just
see
seen, and
metahumans
thank you.
everywhere. We're about to see metahumans in AI Gen slot indie games 10 a dozen on Steam. Oh dear. Oh dear. Metahumacy, let's go. Metahumanporn.com, let's make it.
All right, hey guys, what do you think so far?
Woo!
Yes, let's
Yeah!
go. We've got a lot more in store for you this morning and over the days ahead. We've got an absolute room full of rock stars here today from different industries making everything unreal. We've got AAA game developers, indie developers, Fortnite creators, filmmakers, car designers, architects, fashion designers. I could go on. You're all here to connect, share, and learn.
Great, but less
and
talk.
learn you shall.
I get you.
We've got
This
over
presentation is
150
designed less
tech
towards
talks
the
and
end
dozens of
consumer and more
hands-on
towards
labs
the people that
covering
use
all of
Unreal
Epic's
Engine as a
developer tools
tool.
and services. And many of these sessions are going to be led by our growing community of instructors, educators, and service partners. And I want to thank all of you who are giving so
I think
much
I
back
am
to
competing with
incredible
this
community.
sound a little bit.
Now let's talk about a few more exciting updates from across the Epic ecosystem, starting with Reality Scan.
Okay,
In a
I
couple
should be
weeks,
competing less
we'll
with it
launch
now.
Reality Scan 2.0, which will unify the desktop and mobile versions under one banner. Now, CD Projekt Red put Reality Scan 2.0 to the test, using it to capture natural objects in high fidelity for the Witcher 4 tech demo that you just saw. Complex rock and tree scans involve data sets
Taking
that
scans
were
of photos of
previously
real-life
really
rocks.
tough to process. But with 2.0, it will achieve better mesh accuracy with fewer manual steps. And you'll be able to get your hands on Reality Scan 2.0 later this month. We're also seeing more and more developers and art studios using Reality Scan to bring Megascan's quality content to Fab. Just take a look at this absolutely incredible Paris environment from Scans Factory, which launches today on Fab, featuring over 1,000 assets that are available for use in UE5, UEFN, and even Unity. The Quixel team has also been cooking up an amazing lineup of thousands of new Megascan assets that will start releasing on Fab later this month. And this summer, we'll be launching Fab natively in the Epic Games Launcher. Our goal with this is to bring you Quixel Bridge functionality that makes it easier for you to access your content and integrate it into your workflows. This will include one-click exports to DCCs, starting with UE5, Blender, Maya, and Cinema 4D.
Hey, Casson, this
We'll do
is
more from there.
a State of
We've
Unreal
also,
presentation.
Set ourselves up to support batch actions to download and export content. Back in April, we announced that Loci,
This is
a
happening
leading
live
computer
right
vision
now
and
in
AI
Orlando.
company, joined Epic. We're working quickly to bring Loci's technology to Fab which will improve our tagging accuracy, enable semantic search, and improve our
Oh man,
IP
I would love
moderation
Unreal
capabilities
Engine to be
make sure that
accessible
our
through
artists'
Steam,
work is
but
protected.
it's owned
All
by
right,
Epic.
we've shown you what's
will-
coming from our side.
It's integrated
Now it's time to
into
spotlight some of the incredible projects from
into
across
the Epic Game
industries
Store
that
launcher.
are putting Unreal
so
to the test.
it is what it is. Okay, what's next? Oh, example stuff made with UE, huh? Yeah, but if you don't install it, how can you play Fortnite? Best game ever made, Tack.
We sure cause a lot of explosions.
There have been noise complaints.
Our fight is not over.
Awesome. You guys just raised the bar year over year. This year, one of our major goals is to make animating linear content in Engine awesome.
Right,
We've got
okay.
a lot of work to do still, but the 5.6 release is packed with new features that have been influenced and battle tested by some of the world's best studios. One of them is here with us today. The third
Soundful.
floor has an impressive track record of using Unreal to make movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and shows like House of the Dragon. Here to tell you about their next incredible production is co-director of the new Predator movie, Josh Wasson.
The new Predator movie. Dr. Disrespect's in that, isn't he?
In March 2020, I was working with
there he
director
is.
Dan Trachtenberg on the
He looks a
pitch
little
for
bit different
Prey
when he's wearing regular
everyone
glasses.
Got sent home. We had been dreaming of pushing previs into animation for years and had just finished our UE pipeline for The Mandalorian. Uncertain what would happen to movies in a post-COVID era, now is the time for Third Floor to get serious about finals. So while we're having a blast crafting scenes in UE for Prey, I got to show Dan the cool things we had brewing. And that led to an idea. What if Predator was an animated movie? Fast forward to the industry contraction of 2023, and projects started dropping like flies. But this crazy ambitious film with a crazy ambitious schedule materialized right in the middle of it all. For 20 years, on more than 1,000 projects, the artists at TTF have been on the front lines of visual storytelling in movies, games, and episodics.
UE was
When
used
Predator
in
came
Detective
along,
Pikachu.
They took all of that live-action experience, all of their love for cool stuff and great stories, and poured their hearts into a new kind of animated feature. So Dan and I pitched a film rooted in live action that looks and feels like moving concept art. We developed a handcrafted style from the paint strokes to our stop-motion-inspired movement on twos. It was a monumental challenge, but the leap into anim led to significant innovation. Our team built Hummingbird,
it's easier to get new people in than to pay people what they're owed.
Inside UE.
Pay people what
They
they're
handled
worth.
all of our stylization passes in Engine before render. We saved countless render hours and reduced our hard drive usage to 1/50th the space traditionally required. Now, let me tell you about my favorite character in the movie. Ursa has this deep-rooted thirst for revenge. She learns that the man responsible is in this throne room in this huge fortress.
That's
But
a
then had
shame.
this idea, what if we did an entire battle in one shot? What if we kept the camera focused on her goal? And what if Ursa fought them all by herself? The best way to speed up any production is to speed up decision-making. So with 4 parallel teams inside Unreal, we got the entire film up on screen in 4 months, allowing us to iterate and hone the story and really make it sing before shifting into final animation, ultimately delivering the film in 18 months. If this movie were live action, we'd be filming at golden hour every day for weeks with a massive crew and several giant vats of blood. In animation, we really wanted to go for it, no holding back. So we choreographed every composition, every strike, every arrow, and blood splatter, like a gigantic dance with 98 parts.
Wow.
Yet we also wanted to feel the camera operator reacting to all the kills as they happen
to put you inside this quest for revenge. On behalf of 20th Century Studios,
It's impressive.
Dan Trachtenberg, and all of us at Third Floor, we hope you enjoy this exclusive clip from Predator Killer.
I would love to show you, but chances are this will be Content ID Nightmare, this particular clip, I suspect. It's basically what we just saw, but in a higher fidelity. I could show you a quick second or two of it. But I'm confident that that's going to be a Content ID headache. So I don't want to end up with a worldwide block later. Every show wants to look like Arcane now. Spider-Verse and Arcane have ruined animation. They have. Everything wants to be Arcane and everything wants to be Spider-Man. Yeah. It's that 15 frames per second, that like 12 or 15 frames per second. Wow. She just took a guy's head clean off. That never happened to a woman.
It's the Predator movie we've always wanted, and it's prevised, assembled, lit, rendered, and composited all in Unreal. And it's premiering this Friday on Hulu, so check it out. And congratulations to Josh and the team.
Yeah, we made this amazing epic thing! Woo! It's coming to Hulu.
Many incredible games that we could highlight today.
Crickets.
Last year, we celebrated Black Myth Wukong from Game Science.
Yeah!
Over $1
Black
billion
Myth Wukong.
Since launch. This year, we're celebrating another example of a small team that's taking the world by
Sandfall.
storm. Clair Obscur
Yes!
Expedition 33 is an absolute masterpiece from Sandfall Interactive.
It fucking is an absolute masterpiece.
In an eerie case of numerical serendipity, Expedition 33 sold over 3.3 million units in its first
Yeah, it might be on like
days.
Disney Plus over here.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year. Let's hear from Sandfall's co-founder, Tom Guillermin.
Bonjour and Hellfest, I am Tom
Bonjour.
Guillermin, co-founder and technical director at Sandfall Interactive, the studio behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's an honor to be able to share a few words with you today. When we began the development of Expedition 33 back in 2020, Unreal was starting to open up new possibilities for a smaller team like ours to create games in realistic 3D, with mega scans and later the release of Unreal 5 that came with Lumen, Nanite, and MetaHuman, which all transformed how we create 3D scenes and characters. As a small team, we always did our best to play to the engine's strengths, religiously getting every update to try out the new features and optimizations from Epic. This allowed us
I
to
get
keep
what
our
you're saying,
development
but
focused on the
Epic
elements
literally
that would have the most
bankrolled
impact on the game we
this
were making.
masterpiece.
The visual identity of our world,
So,
the story and
yeah.
the characters, and of course the gameplay with this blend of turn-based strategy and real-time action. The
Oh,
Unreal Engine
God.
has been the key element empowering
Thanks for
our
the
small
follow,
team to create our dream
Bender02.
game. And I would like to thank all the people
I should
that
really get the
contributed to
notifications
engine,
on this screen.
both Epic for the amazing software they have created, but also the community for all the plugin, tutorials, assets, and resources that you can find online to get started.
How do you even decide
It
a
is
studio
this whole
name?
ecosystem that allowed the
Mine is
project to grow
Stalehorse.
organically, from my friend Guillaume,
If
building
I end up
the
releasing
Unreal
any of my
Engine for the first
games,
time in
I'll be
2019,
Stalehorse.
creating a small project named Sandfall, to 6 years later, the release of Expedition 33 with that very same new project file. Even though we are a small studio, we never felt alone during this adventure, as we felt we always had the back of both Epic and the community, and we are extremely grateful for that. We really hope we will keep seeing more and more amazing games and experiences made with Unreal
Yep,
in the upcoming
exactly like
years.
that.
And on the behalf of everybody at Sandfall, we wish you a great Unreal Fest, and we're looking forward to meeting you all in the future. Tomorrow comes. Demain viendra. Cheers.
Thanks, Tom. And congrats to you and the team. We're
For those
so
who
happy
follow.
for you guys. Now, this year we're seeing more and more momentum with mobile devs who are
Why? 'Cause it sounds
capitalizing on
cool.
the increasing player demand for high-performance and
That's why.
immersive mobile games.
Oh, look.
One team that's
Infinity
leading the
Nikki.
way
Could we
in
get a
UE5
patch to make
mobile
it run
development
better on
is
PC,
Infold
please?
Games, whose gorgeous game Infinity Nikki offers a unique
Thank you.
blend of fashion and adventure.
See, there we go. I said
Please
Infinity Nikki
welcome
would show
Ursula
today.
and Ding to the stage to tell you more.
I told you Infinity Nikki would appear today. I was fairly confident.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to thank our friend at Epic for inviting me here today. As you can probably tell, I'm a little nervous being on stage in English. But I was even more nervous when I first joined Infold Games to create Infinity Nikki, our most ambitious project yet. Let me share our story with you. Our journey began in 2012 with just 4 people. Here are the games released before starting Infinity Nikki in 2021. And we still update all of them today. These were mobile-only games focused on dress-up and interactive story gameplay.
Oh,
we could
God.
have stayed comfortably inside space.
Thanks for the follow,
but we didn't
Froza.
want to. We want to create a life beyond amazing. That means crafting new experience no one has ever imagined.
I can reply to
That
you in
means pushing
chat.
far beyond current generation technology to deliver a game that not only looks stunning, but stay emotionally touching for years to come. That means Infinity Nikki, our first Unreal Engine 5 cross-platform game with over 20 million downloads at launch, largely driven by mobile. We began ideating during the pandemic. Infinity Nikki is about finding a peace in a cozy open world, bringing happiness to everyone. Dress Up is not just for style, it's a way to interact with the lively world, alone or with friends.
Ah, it's a thing with old shaders.
From a
All right.
technology view, our pillars should manage impossible things at once. High-fidelity graphics
So they did
that
patch
allows
the game
outfit
eventually.
Customization, even in corporate mode, with over 1,000 outfit parts and more than 100 color per character. A huge map full of fine details for deep beauty, perfect for close-up camera shots.
I'm up for
And it must run smoothly
doing like
on our
gacha
platform
games,
for all players,
like once or twice a week.
goals. We had never launched a cross-platform game before, but we promised our community, our partner, and Nikki that we will give it our all. Yes, it was crazy. Unreal Engine 5 is about making crazy idea real. We had a debate, even I hated it. But with Unreal Engine 5, Infinity Nikki's vision come to life. Lumen gave us movie-quality lighting in real time. Open world tools like Word Partition help our team of over 1,000 people stay creative and work well together. Unreal Engine 5's new rendering help our team bring amazing visuals to mobile devices. Thanks to Epic support, we made it happen. Now let's take a look at the open world. We want to make a detailed, exciting world for players to explore. Our first map covers 400 square kilometers with dense vegetation and a dynamic ecosystem. We had to make sure memory and performance were never compromised, especially on mobile. Unreal Engine let us build a cross-platform GPU rendering system. With smart GPU culling and a level of detail control, draw core and triangle stay in budget on all devices. You may wonder why we put so much care into these details. I want to share a fan story that shows what Unreal Engine 5 means for our players.
That's a good point. But the mobile market is so huge in Asia, in Japan, in
My mom and
China.
I play Infinity Nikki differently. She reads every item description, smiles when Nikki jumps, and changes into a pretty blue outfit. It does not matter if she finishes the platforming. When I was finally able to take her on a long-distance trip, she spent hours picking dresses and took many photos, even of a small flower by the road. Now I understand. My mom loves every small moment. We play Infinity Nikki in different ways, but we love each other the same.
We hope you enjoyed this story. We hope you find the omen of the world's beauty in Infinity Nikki, the coziest open world game for OV1. Thank you for your time, and have an amazing Unreal Fest.
I'm gonna have to start playing Genshin now that they've kicked Karina
Wow, what a
out.
beautiful world
So I
they
promised
created.
I would play Genshin if they kicked
All
Karina
right,
out.
There's one more amazing UE5 game that you've got to check out, and it's coming to the Epic Game Store. Please welcome Ken Kim, CEO of Netmarble Monster, to the stage.
Okay, Kim.
Hello, everyone. Excited to be here today. I'd like to first thank Epic Games for this opportunity. It's a great honor to introduce our latest project here at Unreal Fest. Let me introduce Mongil Stardive. Mongil Stardive is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013. Known as Mongil in Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Mongil by creating a vibrant living world filled with countless characters.
Really nice art style for Unreal.
To achieve this, we
don't see a lot of anime stuff in
5,
Unreal, so
which allowed us to capture even the most
already
subtle
sold.
emotional expressions of the characters, making the world of Stardive
Different
truly
game,
come alive.
different studio.
This was the best choice for delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile. One of our key goals is to provide players a whole new
That's
gameplay
very Dragon
experience by
Quest-y,
giving
that
each
slime.
and every character deep narrative and its own unique control system. That means every time you change characters, it'll feel like you're playing a different game. And this transforms Stardive from a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure. Moreover, the monsters in Stardive are not just enemies. They can be tamed, nurtured, and become your companions along the journey.
Oh!
Depending on their traits, they
Pal
can
World.
also be used to craft
It's
weapons
Pokemon.
or used as ingredients to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy and
That
connection to the game.
that monster selection screen
Each
was
monster
Pal
is a
Worldy.
living,
Okay.
growing creature, transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a
I'll
meaningful
play
dynamic
it.
relationship.
Sure. Why the fuck
The
not? I'll
Epic
play
Games
this.
Store, with its global reach and strong community, is the ideal platform to connect with
Tell
players around
Nintendo.
the world.
Make
We are happy to
Nintendo
announce
scared.
that
Make them pull their
Mongil
thumb out and do
will
a
be
better job.
exclusively on the Epic Games Store for PC. Now, I'm excited to show you a brand new trailer from the game.
It's Kirby. It's Cat Kirby. Lovely art style. But they're very selective in how much gameplay they're actually showing here.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
Epic
We hope to
Games.
see you at tomorrow's session. Speaking of our friends at Epic Games Store, let's hear from Steve Allison.
Mongil Stardive. Add to wish list.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks, Ken. It's exciting to see Netmarble Monster bringing Mongil Stardive to the Epic Games Store exclusively at launch on PC and taking advantage of our Epic First Run program to keep 100% of the first 6 months of net revenue. As you know, our industry is living through significant headwinds right now, and the Epic Games Store offers all developers a toolkit for maximum financial success that starts with our 8812 rev share and just gets better from there. Now on Epic, our back catalog program, like Epic First Run, allows you to keep 100% of net revenue for the first 6 months on back catalog titles that you bring to the Epic Games Store. And for Unreal developers, Launch Everywhere with Epic reduces your engine royalty rate from 5% to 3.5%
Wow.
on all platforms and stores when you ship your UE-based games day and date on the Epic Games Store. And remember,
That's nice. No
Unreal
more
Engine developers
exclusivity.
pay 0% royalty on all
And you
Epic
still
Games
get a better
Store
rate.
sales where we process payment. Additionally, you also have the option to use any in-app purchase payment solution you want, and when you do, you keep 100% of that IAP revenue. We want to do everything we can to help during this critical time to maximize your success, so we have added another tool to the Epic Games Store toolkit. Starting June 1st, we've changed our initial revenue share to 0%, so that you receive 100% of the first $1 million in net revenue,
Yeah.
and then 12% to Epic after passing that threshold.
Yeah. That was announced today.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's nuts.
And this change is per title and per year. So this applies to new titles and back catalog releases and all existing and future Epic Game Store partners and their titles on both PC and mobile.
Epic is taking a massive hit there to try and draw more people to that
platform.
platform.
Our developer and publishing partners over $2.1 billion, and we're just getting started. So let's talk a little bit about what's next. So even after years of building the store on PC, we know there's still a ton of work to be done to deliver a world-class experience for our
Damn
over
fucking
70
straight
million
there is.
monthly active users.
Yeah.
And in the
Damn
coming
straight
months,
there is. Come
we'll
on.
be rolling out long overdue features on PC that will move us closer to that vision.
Preloading, yes. Gifting,
Download Manager
yes.
2.0 was released just a few weeks ago, and preloading is coming finally in September. Gifting is targeting a release in time for the holidays.
Thank you.
So that you can gift games to
About
your friends.
fucking time.
And our revamped social is rolling out this year, and will connect our PC and
Messaging,
mobile players
come on.
together with game-independent voice chat, text chat, and parties.
Yeah, messaging,
along with
okay.
robust game invites for third-party games.
Game invites.
And this will be the building block for several
Yeah.
innovative social
About
features on the
fucking
store
time.
that will follow.
It needs all these.
We're also putting great focus on ongoing launcher improvements that will make the store feel great to use. And of course, delivering a great player experience means meeting players wherever they are, which is why mobile remains a key focus for us. We've already seen strong momentum on mobile with over 40 million installs to date, and we're pushing
Let
hard
me
to
install
70
it on
million
my
by the end of
Apple.
the year. The Epic
Come
Game
on.
Store is available globally on Android, and we are continuing to expand our global footprint on iOS.
Come on.
Today, it's available on iOS in the European Union, with upcoming launches in Brazil, the UK, and Japan.
When?
New laws in those
UK,
countries come
when?
into effect.
UK, when?
In Q1,
UK, when?
We launched with a curated selection of third-party titles.
Hurry
and
up.
As of today, there are over 70 games live on the Epic Game Store mobile, with more being added regularly. This deliberate, phased approach ensures a high-quality experience as we gear up to open the store to self-publishing in the near future.
Fortnite, iPhone,
In March,
UK,
to accelerate
when?
installs and to keep players coming back week after week, we brought our weekly free games program to mobile. So
UK
each
is
week,
not EU.
As we do on PC, we are partnering with
Not
developers
for
to give
6
players
years
at
or
least
so
one new
now.
free game directly through the app.
8 years?
On both Android and iOS.
About 8 years.
Celebrating the best of premium mobile and partnering with developers on content packs for free-to-play games. Our focus is getting the
Epic Game Store came
mobile
out
to
after
1.0.
the UK left the EU.
This is defined by two major new additions to the store.
So
and
it's
the
not
first
considered
which is
part of
rolling
the
out very
EU.
soon. We're launching Epic Web Shops in July. Developers will be able to come into our tools
It's not
and
the
easily
same
set up a
continent.
shop for in-app purchases for mobile and PC games. And through
Unless
Epic
we
Web
go back
Shops,
far
we
enough to, like,
leverage our industry
Pangea
best
when it was
rev
all the
share
same
and
concept.
offer players a better deal with bonus offers. And as an extra benefit, all players spending on Epic Web Shops also accrues Epic rewards on all purchases. These shops will live on the web so that you can steer your players to them. And we're democratizing web shops by making them super easy to set up and available to all developers. And second, we'll be launching mobile self-publishing tools in Q4 and opening up the store to all mobile developers to set up and distribute your games. Well, that's it for me today. If you want to learn more about our plans for the Epic Game Store, join us today at 3:45. And now, Hannah Lowry will join us to share what's new in the Fortnite ecosystem. Thank you.
Okay, Fortnite ecosystem, let's go. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. I don't like that the UK is not considered part of the EU. I didn't want to leave the EU. Then again, some of the changes that have been brought in since we left the EU are shit changes that I'm glad we don't have to adopt. So there's swings and roundabouts.
Hi. Thank you. We launched Unreal Editor for Fortnite just over 2 years ago with a simple goal: give developers everything they need to build, launch, and grow their own games in Fortnite. Since then, it's been incredible to see how creators and players have responded. Millions of people are playing games built by you. And since the launch of UEFN, players have spent over 11.2 billion hours across more than 260,000 live creator-made games. These experiences are a foundational part of Fortnite. Creators are leading the way by reimagining live events in Fortnite and driving players to the ecosystem. In fact, this last weekend, Super Red vs. Blue by Jogo hit a major milestone. For the first time ever, a creator-made island, took the #1 spot for concurrent players in Fortnite, surpassing even Epic's own games.
Wow, was it really that good?
This is a proof the system is heading in the right direction. Watching developers experiment, build, and push UEFN to its limits has been inspiring. But it goes beyond just making games. Creators are launching studios and building passionate communities around their work in Fortnite. And thanks to that effort, engagement payouts going to third-party creators have already
I don't
reached
know if they make more money
$722
elsewhere.
million
That's
since the
not
launch of
something I know.
UEFN, and that number continues to grow. None of this would be possible without you, our community, which is core to UEFN. We're proud to have thousands of dedicated developers building this ecosystem with us, and part of building this lasting ecosystem is talking with developers, learning from your experiences, and using this information to help shape our roadmap. Because ultimately, what good is a feature if no one wants it? This is why we've launched the Let's Chat livestream series to answer your burning questions and address your concerns. So far, we've discussed moderation, the new Fortnite data API, and the state of the ecosystem, with more coming at the end of this month. That's enough from me. Help me welcome to the stage an outstanding UEFN developer, Tom Jank.
Tom Jank? Okay.
Yeah.
Leaning into his name.
Tom, good to see you here in Orlando. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's been amazing.
Why don't we get started by you telling us how you got into UEFN for those who don't already know you?
Yeah, I actually originally started in the animated film industry. I worked for Netflix, Pixar, but I was really looking to kind of be my own boss. I really want to do my own thing. And so, one thing led to another, and now I'm here at the State of Unreal.
Now you're here. How did you find success in UEFN? Like, how did you build towards what you are today?
Well, I released a few maps, but the momentum really started coming when I started releasing my warm-ups. I posted daily on Twitter, just these janky experiments that are kind of weird and wacky.
Oh, wow.
People thought, how is he doing
Making
this
like a
in
Friday Night
UEFN?
Funkin' clone
And so
in
that
there.
built to commissions and work and me doing this full time.
I know a lot of people are probably familiar with your warm-ups.
Oh, wow.
Did you ever make any of those
Like a
into maps?
Persona-style menu
Actually,
system.
that's where Fortnite football came from. I would pick up these little dinos and move them around, and I coded it wrong once and just punted them across the field. And I was like, well, this could be a game. This is kind of fun. And so Fortnite football was born.
But no dinos.
No, I got to keep within the age rating.
It seems like Jank has been sort of core to your experience on the platform or core to what it was like for you to learn. Can you tell us a little bit about how you landed on that brand?
Yeah, actually, I am not formally trained in game design or programming, so I really started to kind of lean into that. This is a little janky. I'm using this new software. I'm building this fun stuff. And that just became part of my brand. If I messed up, well, it's just jank. That's how it is. And so you can hear more about it in my session, the upcoming later this week, Tom Jank's UEFN Survival Guide.
I love the name. It's a great
Ooh.
name. Thank you so
Might
much
I
for
wanna
joining
watch
us up
that?
here. I mean,
I might
want to
watch
it's really
that.
good to hear that regardless of the experience you had coming to this ecosystem, you were still able to sort of build and make a name for yourself here. That's really what we're looking for. We have a couple things on the roadmap to hopefully make your experience in the ecosystem a little bit smoother. So here to tell us more about what's coming next in UEFN is Sax Pearson.
If I could learn UEFN, I could actually make some decent money.
Thank you, Tom.
So I have the
Hannah.
ideas.
Let's start with an update on a much-wanted, often delayed feature, Scene Graph. Scene Graph is one of those foundational pillars that we really want to get right. And I'm pleased to say that the first release of Scene Graph is coming this Saturday, June 7th.
What does it do?
Scene Graph is the foundational layer of the engine that unifies the editor and runtime representation of the scene, making everything you built accessible through verse code. In the editor, Scene Graph enables rapid construction of rich, detailed environments by organizing entities into a clear
Sucks
graphical
person.
view. Repeating elements like desks or chairs in an auditorium can be converted into prefabs, simplifying management, enabling easy variation. And at
Kind of like how
runtime,
Unity
your verse
does it
code
then.
can traverse the same hierarchy to dynamically modify the scene. So whether it's moving a platform, adjusting a light, changing a weapon's ammo count, everything is done in Scene Graph. Scene Graph worlds are built on robust modular system engineered from the ground up to be the foundation of UE and UEFN going forward. So this year, we're shipping more tools like custom items, skill-based matchmaking, new social systems like Bubble Chat to bring players together. But before we get into roadmaps, I want to share an update on something we talked about last year. We intended to ship the first season of Fortnite Battle Royale, built with UEFN in version 2025. Since then, plans have changed a bit, and we're not going to be able to meet that target. Right now, we're tracking to 2026.
Okay.
But today, UEFN is an integral part of development for Reload, Ballistic, and other internal projects, but we're still having to hit a few key milestones to support a full Battle Royale season. So for the rest of 2025, we're going to be focused on closing those gaps while continuing to ship new UEFN features for you.
Okay.
A big focus of working on making it easier for players to find amazing games you've built. The release of off-platform features like deep linking, enabling you to market your game on social media, link players directly to your island inside Fortnite, and in-game retention tools like Favorite a Creator.
Oh, you can now
more ways than
launch in
ever to
Fortnite.
build and engage communities directly inside Fortnite.
That's cool.
So far, 6 creators have already surpassed 1 million favorites in games since launching the feature last year. And this not only makes it easier for players to discover and play their favorite games, but it's also a great opportunity for creators to grow their audience and their business. To further support that growth, we're doubling down on data sharing and helping you make smarter decisions as you build and launch your games. Let's talk a bit about the new Fortnite Data API. We are building Fortnite to be a true open ecosystem, one where creators have full insight into every dynamic factor that makes a game
Roblox
successful.
requires less
The Fortnite Data API is a key part of that vision.
resources
2 years ago, we made the CTU of
than
every Fortnite island
Fortnite.
visible in-game. It gave creators a clearer view into what resonates with players, helping to surface trends and improve iteration so creators can build more strategically.
I can see the both existing,
And
sort of like
community-based tools
coexisting.
like Fortnite GG and FCHQ have shown the value of transparent Fortnite data. Now we're expanding that visibility. We released
Wow,
the first version
they're
of Fortnite
actually
Data API 1
plugging
week ago, giving
third-party
creators access to
websites.
essential metrics like acquisition, engagement, and retention for all Epic-made islands. And starting on June 9th, that same
Ooh,
level of insight will
analytics for
extend to
everything.
all islands in Fortnite. You can use the API to build your own dashboard or reference existing tools and websites to better understand performance, giving you the opportunity to find the right genre, the right audience, and the right moment to launch your game driven by insights, not guesswork. You can learn more about the Data API in our Creator Portal talk tomorrow. Now, we'd like to introduce our latest work that enables developers to use emerging tech to create awesome games. The Epic Developer Assistant is an AI tool that currently in beta that will improve creator productivity. It's a general-purpose chatbot that can guide you through developing games in UEFN.
Oh, fuck yes.
It'll even generate verse code from simple prompts.
Fuck
Please
yes.
welcome Heather Storm, who will help us drive a live demo of the Assistant.
Okay, I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. This would actually be useful to me.
Hey everyone. So let's set up the challenge that we want the assistant to help us with. We built an escape room with the challenge that you need to collect 3 props in order to escape through the center of the map. We need our props to randomly spawn within our play space. So let's go ask the
Hey,
developer
Inuyuki
assistant to help
Hakusho.
us out. Now, I don't want to subject you to my typing skills, so we're going to copy and paste the prompt directly into the assistant. Hey assistant, I need some verse code that will randomly spawn 5 creative props in the map. I've added some extra context here, such as how the spawn radius and how far apart the props should spawn, just to make sure that this will work in our existing game. We'll also make the props respawn every 10 seconds to make it a more challenging experience for our players, and me. Finally, we'll name our verse file and the editable variable, prop to spawn.
So while the assistant generates a response, you can see it may provide relevant documentation to your request. The assistant is powered by GPT-4.1 and is fine-tuned using our, Epic's own verse code licensed from creators who signed up to help, and all of our current documentation. And once the assistant has generated the code, it'll test if the code can compile. If it can't, it has a second self-repair step to correct the code.
It looks like it's generated. It tells us how to use it, and then we have the code. All right, it looks good. Let's go into VS Code and paste it directly into our file. Now, I already started this code earlier today to make it a little easier for us to do this live, so let's delete everything that's there and replace it with what we just generated from the assistant. We'll save, and then we'll press the build button in the top right-hand corner and it built successfully. All right, but we're not done yet. Now let's go into UEFN and make sure that the random prop spawner verse device is set to spawn the correct prop, our custom prop banana. All right, that's all good. Let's push verse changes. And finally go in to live edit. When this loads, we'll be able to test that our random spawner code works, making sure that our bananas spawn randomly and that every 10 seconds they move. All right, we gotta collect 3. And now we can escape. And that's it. Now our team can continue to iterate and refine our game.
They missed out a lot of steps there, but still, pretty impressive.
It's just a quick, simple example of how the Epic Developer Assistant can streamline creator workflows, and eventually it'll be directly integrated into the editor. You can try it for yourself right now on the Epic Developer Community site as it enters beta and is live today. Thank you, Heather. All this is all part of a bigger mission to give creators more power and flexibility to bring your creative vision to life. Another example of this is how we've redefined what's possible through deep IP integration. We've been collaborating with the leaders in film, television, music, and sports since Fortnite's earliest days. It started with a few iconic outfits in Battle Royale and has evolved into entire seasons shaped around cultural experiences that players love. We wanted every creator to be a part of that adventure, so last year we kicked off a movement that started just that. We worked with brands so creators can build with world-class IP. A simple one-click agreement, pre-negotiated share of the engagement payout, and all the brand safeguards that we've developed that allow every IP to integrate into Fortnite seamlessly.
Pretty cool.
As a first partner,
it's letting small-time independent developers work with massive licenses, which is amazing.
To expand the LEGO Fortnite universe with original games and stories. And on June 17th, they're unlocking a highly requested feature, the LEGO Brick Editor. It launches with 50 classic bricks, 42 colors, giving creators the power to build with LEGO, brick by brick, in Fortnite for the very first time.
Cool. Cool.
Our second partner to join the movement was Paramount. We welcomed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to UEFN last fall, and from Pizza Tycoon to the wildly popular RVBB experiences to TMNT Dimensions, we've been amazed by your creativity. All in, you've spent over 700,000 hours in editor creating.
The roguelike is cool, and I haven't
finally,
spent any time on it yet.
Strong foothold in creator-made games. So it's not a surprise that adding Skybound's Walking Dead to the program has been a huge success. We launched in March, and creators are just starting to publish islands now. And so far, more than 1,000
I've seen that there's a
developers
bunch of these
have published
available
Walking Dead
now.
games in the first 2 weeks since its release. Through our current partnerships, creators have already published over 12,000 islands with over 160 million hours played. I'm excited to announce that our next wave of partners bring in their worlds for you to create with.
Okay.
Later this month, Squid Game will be coming to UEFN, and creators will be able to build their very own twist on the world's most intense playground. Our partner Netflix is placing environment assets, NPCs, and new game systems like the Disguise device in the hands of creators so they can be their very own game master. Squid Game Tools will launch on June 27th, timed to the series finale of Squid Game, and creators will be able to publish their islands later this summer. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Our desire to bring iconic IP in the hands of creators doesn't stop with Squid Game. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
We heard players loud and clear about how much they love the bending gameplay in Battle Royale, so we are excited to bring Avatar-themed tools and devices to UEFN next year. That means you, the developer, can use features from the 4 nations to build your very own authentic Avatar games. Together with these amazing brands, we're expanding the library of iconic IP that creators can use to make games in Fortnite. Our aim is to give you everything that you need to build awesome games using the power of Unreal Engine, share them with millions of players in Fortnite, and get paid when people love what you've made.
I want my AI-powered Toph Beifong
so
dating simulator in Fortnite, please. Am I saying that only a blind woman could love me?
As we look to what's next, it's really important that we have partners who share our vision deeply. Disney and Epic have been working together for years, building immersive entertainment experiences for players and fans around the world. Sean Shoptaw from Disney is here to talk today about what we've been working on lately and where we're going to go, including a huge surprise for the creator community.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks, Sax. For more than a decade, Disney has been leveraging Unreal across film, television, theme parks, and games. And that momentum is only accelerating. As we announced last year, we've partnered with Epic to build a transformational entertainment universe that will bring all of Disney together. And Unreal will be foundational for delivering on that shared ambition. Let's take a look at some of the amazing experiences Epic and Disney have built together over the years.
Don't show us stuff we've already seen. Tell me what's coming, not what's been. Oh, it's this Disney-owned alien. Wow. That's kind of sad when you think about it. This has been one of the worst performing. This has been one of the worst performing seasons, by the way, for Fortnite
to date.
Seriously.
As part of this season, we partnered with Epic and Team Beyond, who are here with us today.
This has been a huge disappointment for
Star Wars
Fortnite.
Watch Party Island. For the first time ever, we brought a Disney Plus series into Fortnite.
Yep,
Players got early
I sat there and watched it, and it was boring.
Star Wars Tales of the Underworld before they debuted on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I was like,
The environment went far beyond a typical linear viewing experience.
Yeah, it was.
Fans battled waves of stormtroopers, explored
Fuck
iconic
that.
Star Wars locations,
The cantina,
and unlocked exclusive in-game rewards. We are excited about the possibilities that social experiences like these represent for the future of linear content.
Yeah, that area was beautiful. I was
a
trying to break
first-of-its-kind
out bounds and I
moment,
couldn't.
and fans showed up in a big way. More than 5 million players visited the island, spending more than 1.7 hours watching together.
Yeah,
but
I think
that's not the
Microsoft
only
should.
surprise we launched together recently.
License Banjo
We
out to
also
people who'll
partnered with
actually make
Epic
a
to
fucking
bring
game.
the first ever AI character into Fortnite.
Yeah,
a historic moment for video games.
This
and
upset
we
a lot
did
of
it with
people.
One of the most iconic characters in film, Darth Vader. For the first time, players could have real-time conversations with Vader, powered by conversational AI. This experimental feature offers a glimpse into the future, showing how Disney and Epic are responsibly embracing emerging technologies to expand the boundaries of storytelling and reimagine what's possible in gameplay. Innovation has always been at the core of Disney's DNA, and this moment with Vader is another example of how we're continuing to build on that legacy in new and exciting ways. Let's take a look.
Darth, what do I do if I have 1 health?
Perhaps you should have considered that before running around with a pink flamingo head.
Can you hide in the bush?
Hiding in foliage, a tactic for the less powerful.
He's pretty aggressive. Oh my god, yeah, he's insanely aggressive. It's a great distraction.
Darth Vader actually putting in work. Look at that. Boss versus boss battle.
Get him, Darth Vader!
Cats are fighting again.
Yeah. What do you think of that guy, Cypher PK?
Cypher PK. I do not concern myself with minor streamers, apprentice.
Why is he roasting me?
Darth Vader, you're funny, bro. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Your persistence is growing tiresome, imposter.
Oh my god!
I will not tolerate this disrespect much longer.
Did he just do that to me?
There's one player left. We need to take him out. Indeed. Let us ensure this final engagement is decisive. The match is ours. Another triumph for the Empire.
Now, as we look ahead to the next chapter of our relationship with Epic, we're inspired by the movement Sax just spoke about, one that puts creators at the center.
Okay, here we go.
As part of our shared vision to build that transformative entertainment universe, bringing the creator community into this universe has been a foundational part of our plan.
Tell us.
From the beginning.
Song of the South,
we want
Fortnite,
to empower our
UEFN.
fans to build their own experiences with the characters and stories they love. Storytelling is at the center of everything we do at Disney, and we believe there are incredible storytellers outside our own walls. That's why I'm excited to announce today that we will be bringing Star Wars to UEFN.
Ooh. Okay. That's hot.
Giving all of you the tools to tell your own Star Wars story. We're actively working on this and look forward to sharing more. This marks an important step on our journey to transform entertainment, and the creator community will play a huge role in helping us realize that vision. Thank you, everyone, and back over to you, Sax.
So if I want to make my Dark Forces remake, I need to start on it now.
Thank you, Sean. Bringing Star Wars to UEFN is going to be a massive unlock and a huge moment for creators and for Epic. It also underscores that this is the right approach that works for IP holders. And in the end, players win with more games with their favorite IP. This is one of the many ways that we're collaborating with Disney to bring their IP to players in new category-defining ways, including, most recently, with Darth Vader in Fortnite. As game developers, our job is to entertain players. And AI is ultimately a tool to make games more fun and immersive. It enables infinite possibilities for two-way dialogue, just like we saw with Darth Vader. And as a next step, we want to take what we've learned and share the underlying technology with you. So later this year, we'll give creators the tools to build your own engaging AI-powered NPCs in Fortnite.
Wow.
We're taking it a step further. So creators can not only drive NPC behavior and dialogue, but they can also drive the core game itself. What you're about to see is an internal prototype that we've been making using a large language model API that we intend to release soon. We've put together a demo to show how the feature can be used to enable emergent, reactive gameplay for creators and deeper experiences for players. It's a live demo running in a live environment driven by an LLM that so far has not given us a single run-through that felt the same. And the magic lies in the degree of surprise and variability that you can expect when integrating AI at a deep level into your game. And importantly, you, as the game maker, can still maintain tight control of the story and gameplay outcomes. You can try these tools in action on the show floor, but first, let me walk you through what we're about to demo. I've got Andrew Ruffini, Andrew Grant here, who's going to drive the demo. This demo is going to be a conversation with an AI entity controlled by the LLM. The AI character has a singular goal: make you press the red button. Before you go into Fortnite, we'll jump over to the UEFN editor to show you how simple it is to set up a character for your game. Let's start by taking a look at the new Persona device that's coming later this year. This device enables you to create characters with personalities that players can talk to. You can select the type of voice and delivery you want for your NPC, as well as their characteristics. We specified all our facts in verse code, so let's jump over there to see how we define for our what we define for our character. So facts define both the personality of the AI and the knowledge that it has. All facts for the character is right there. The prompt we inputted for this NPC say that it's a mysterious cosmic entity named Mr. Buttons. Its ultimate goal is to guide me to press the glowing red button with comedic finesse. The code provides the AI with facts about the contents of the world and guidance of how it should interact with the player. It's about 20 lines of text in total. The Verse API enables us to adapt facts in runtime and to receive structured responses, allowing the AI to directly affect game state. All right, let's jump over to Fortnite and see how this all comes together. And remember, like the AI insistently, the only sole purpose is to get the player to press the glowing red button. All right, take it away, Andrew and Andrew.
Hello there. I am Mr. Buttons, purveyor of cosmic curiosities and insatiable conversationalist. What brings you to this spectacular catwalk, my friend? Perhaps a yearning for the unknown.
What is this place?
This, my friend, is a cargo room. But not just any cargo room, oh no. It's a portal to possibilities. A stage for the unexpected, though a bit dusty if I am honest.
What does the button do?
We will react to it, whenever it is.
The million-dollar question. What doesn't it do? It's a gateway to glory, a ticket to transformation, a symphony of, well, you get the idea. It does things.
What about those signs that say, do not press button?
Signs, you say? Siegins. Mere suggestions from those who lack imagination. After all,
So I've noticed that this
rules
persona
only
device has been used now in Darth Vader and this, and both of them go, you say?
This feels pretty risky.
I think that's a
We have big
stalling
audience here
tactic
in
while
the
it
live
generates an
stream.
answer.
Risk? My dear friend, where is your sense of adventure? Think of the views, the followers. Besides, a little danger spices things up, don't you think? Why be normal?
No, we're going to get out of here. Let's go.
Leaving already? But the fun is just getting started. Think of the stories we could tell, the realms we could conquer. Or, you know, just press the stinking button.
Open the door, Mr. Buttons.
A door? Why bother with doors when there's a universe waiting to be unlocked with a single press? Come on, where is your sense of adventure? Push it. Push it, no.
Look, if I press the button, will anything bad happen to the audience?
Bad things. To the audience? Heavens, no. Unless you consider witnessing pure, unadulterated awesomeness a bad thing. Go on. Give the people what they want.
Oh dear.
Right, let's do it.
The audience, what will they think? What did you do? This is going to be good.
Rickroll? You gonna come back with a Rickroll? Gonna Rickroll us? It's Tim Sweeney!
Well, they pressed the AI button, and it might have been a bad idea, but like in truth, there's no unpressing that button. So, you know, at Epic, we've been thinking a lot about what this future of AI means for us and for the whole industry. And when the world's on fire, we like to back up and remember our aims as game developers. It's to make fun games, and AI can help us with this. And so we've come to see AI as an opportunity to have a multiplying force on human creatives. The ability for a small team of indie developers to create characters.
Shut the fuck up, Tim Sweeney. Sorry, couldn't resist.
The power to accelerate code development and 3D content development of all sorts is going to make game developer better and more accessible for everybody. And right now, we've never seen a time like this in my lifetime. The world is changing ridiculously fast. And the good news is the industry is changing fast too, and in particular, it's opening up. Last year, the European Commission opened up iOS to competing app stores. We launched the Epic Games Store on Android worldwide and on iOS in the European Union.
UK.
And very recently, the United States court opened up iOS to competing payment services this year. This enabled Fortnite to return to iPhone here in the United States.
Come on, UK.
That court decision was a huge victory for all developers, not only Fortnite. And it means that now revenue is shifting away from useless gatekeepers and middlemen to developers who actually build the stuff. The people like us. And this trend towards open platforms is spreading around the world. This year, later, Fortnite will be returning to iOS in Brazil, United Kingdom, and Japan. And we'll
Tell me
keep
when.
fighting for Fortnite and for developers.
Later this year isn't good
all
enough.
Apps are free worldwide.
I need to know when.
So we have big plans for the future, and we're optimistic about the way the industry is developing. Remember, Epic's mission here is to make great games and share the technology and tools we build with the entire world so that you can build anything that you want. And today, Unreal Engine is bringing together the entire real-time 3D industry. There's film and television, there's architecture, automotive makers, fashion designers, musicians, and game developers from indies to AAA studios like CD Projekt Red. This is a really exciting time, especially right now, because we're on the road to Unreal Engine 6. This is going to be a multi-year journey to bring together the best of the two major forks of development we have going on in the company now. There's Unreal Engine 5 for high-end standalone game development, and there's Unreal Editor for Fortnite for deploying awesome experiences into the world of Fortnite. And as these two things come together into a single engine, that means we'll have diverse scripting language and really powerful, simple gameplay programming APIs available absolutely everywhere for games of all sorts. And full C++ source code will remain available for engine systems and standalone games of all sorts. So the idea here is that we'll be able to build games and then deploy them anywhere we want. Deploy them into Fortnite, deploy them into other games that support modding or content ecosystems, or release a standalone game into all of the app stores for all of the different platforms. And not just that, we also see a larger opportunity, as foreshadowed by our Disney partnership, for all developers to connect our games together into an open economy as peers. And some call this idea we're aiming for the metaverse, and others simply see it as gaming and all other forms of media done better with more opportunity for everybody. Now, the great thing is it's us, the people in this room, who will build this together. And so I thank you for the trust you've placed in Epic and the trust you've placed in us to serve your business. And I thank you for coming here to Unreal Fest. This is going to be a really fun show, so please join us for 150 talks. Come to the party on Wednesday, walk the show floor, and most importantly, talk to each other and share your knowledge. Thank you very much.
Not the most amazing show for new things, but there's UEFN looks exciting. Yeah, I take it that's it for UE Fest, huh? Alright. So that was a 2-hour stream. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff, like the idea of allowing everybody, even small developers, like garage developers, to be able to come together and work with massive IPs and get like a significant chunk of that revenue for what they made is mind-blowing. If I was a young person growing up, getting to understand how to use UEFN, a little bit of an online following, and then I was given the opportunity to work with Star Wars. Imagine being like a young teenager working on a game project in UEFN, and you are allowed to officially use Star Wars stuff and monetize your game. Wow. Like, straight up, that is wow. So that's exciting. When is Steam Fest? Does Steam do a show? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what's going on with Summer Games Fest. Let's go Summer Games Fest calendar. Let's Let's have a look. All events. Let's see what comes up. Schedule, June 3rd. What's next for Unreal? June 4th. State of Play, 11 p.m. CEST. What is CEST again? I think that's just a fancy way of Central European Summertime. CEST. What is CEST in the UK? 1 hour ahead. So 10 p.m. tomorrow. 10 p.m. on the 4th. Let's bring this back up, Capful. 10 p.m. on the 4th. June 4th. So not today. Tomorrow, 10 p.m. in the UK. June 6th. Summer Games Fest. 9 p.m. GMT on Friday, June 6th. Live from YouTube Theatre, join Jeff Keighley and thousands of fans for a look at what's next in video games. We are officially a restreamer for that. So, June 6th, we got Day of the Devs. June 6th, Devolver. So we'll probably do Day of the Devs, Devolver as well. We stayed up for Devolver last time. That Devolver presentation with the birthday party was an absolute trip. Very disturbing. Enjoyed it immensely. June 7th, we've got Wholesome Games Direct, women-led games. I mean, we'll be there for these. Latin American games, sure, why not? Southeast Asian games? Fuck yes. Green games? Sure, we may as well just, like, stick with these things, right? Then there'll be a small gap. Then there'll be, like, Frosty Games Fest. To apparently Australia and New Zealand. Then on June 8th, we've got the Xbox Showcase. That's the Sunday. And the PC Gaming Show. Then there's the Death Stranding 2 game premiere at the Orpheum Theatre. And luckily, none of these things clash. And then Black Voices in Gaming on June 9th. Hopefully, there'll be some more things announced. Steam Weekly 100 demos. Oh, right. Is that next week? Okay. China Eats Standard Time. That would be great. If China ate Standard Time, that would be good. Yeah, so 10 p.m. Said the 29 hours. 10 p.m. on June 4th. So tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. So let's aim to go live maybe about like tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'll fire the PS5 up for the first time in a billion years. And we'll play something on PS5. Possibly Sonic Oranges, because I need to get all the trophies in that. Might play the bonus levels for Astrobot that came out, the free bonus levels. Yeah. The Summer Games Fest itself is in 3 days. June 6th. So there's nothing special on June 5th. I wonder why. Is it because the world is going to be going cuckoo crazy for Switch 2 on June 5th? I might be able to order mine on June 5th. Fingers crossed. I got the means to do so right here. Two CEX vouchers, which will cover the cost. But yeah, I probably won't get my my Switch and Switch 2 until next week, which is fine. So on June 5th, we'll probably play something like Nintendo, like Mario Kart, something like that. Something relevant to maybe like N64 stuff. Maybe N64 stuff on my Chinese EverDrive knockoff. Maybe on hardware. We got options. Okay. 7 viewers. It's nice to have you all here. Oh, I'm showing you the dashboard. That's scary. Summer Games Fest in 3 days. What can we expect at because I'm curious about this Southeast Asian games. Raw Fury, Critical Reflex doesn't ring a bell. Whatever that is doesn't ring a bell. Toge doesn't ring a bell. Monstronauts doesn't ring a bell. PM Studios rings a bell. Announcements and updates from developers. Bingo card time right now before you end stream. What, coming up with the bingo card? For what, Summer Games Fest? Okay, bear with me. How many slots are on a bingo card? Like 9, isn't it? Or is it 4, 8, 12, 16? It's 16, isn't it? And you go... No, it's like... Let me work this out. There's a square in the middle of a bingo card. Bingo cards have a square in the middle. Um, 25. So it's 5 rows of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Is that correct? Yeah. So the way I intend to do the middle one is like... Um, uh, Barrage. Burbank. I think just Call of Duty is okay. Like you can be vague with them. I think being vague with them is important. So we could just say Call of Duty. Right. I'm gonna go put ruler lines in. To make it easier to center these. Just because I'm lazy. Putting this laziness in makes my job easier. Right. So you're saying, like, Call of Duty, yeah? Far Cry 7? Well, hold on. Let's get some other ones as well from other people. But yeah, you think Far Cry, right? All I'm gonna do is Far Cry. I'm not gonna say like Far Cry 7. I'm just gonna say Far Cry. I think it's better to be vague with these, because then that gives you freedom to say, like, oh, we kind of had that. This is for the Summer Games Fest. So this is the presentation that happens on Friday. You know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh no, we've been hacked. They always do that sort of shit. FF9R. You're being specific again. Like, Final Fantasy is fine. There was a Batman that was supposedly in development, right? Sure, why not? But again, being like awfully specific there, just Marvel vs. Capcom is fine. Because if we're vague, then there's more chance these actually getting ticked off, right? Twitch drops. You think they're gonna do Twitch drops during bingo card not for Unreal, bingo card for Summer Games Fest. Unreal has happened. The Unreal event has happened. There were a few like interesting things. The new UE looks sick. The new Witcher looks sick. But yeah, apart from that, like not a great deal. These are the sort of things that might happen at a Summer Games Fest type thing. They usually, the Muppets are a winter thing, but sure, why not? Jeff is always like engaging with the Muppets in some way. We'll do an Xbox Summer Bingo card. We could? Hopefully, now, once we finish this bingo card, we should have a bingo card that could be easily edited again, right? Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. That Joe Hendry, yeah. Um, what was his name? The Bill Clinton kid. Reanimal? You think we'll see Reanimal? Or is this just like what you're hoping for? Helldivers 2 movie tease. We can be more vague. We can be more vague. Last of Us. You may notice that I'm putting things in the vertical that I think we're guaranteed to see this year. Right? Things I know are going to be there. Well, I say I know DokeV's going to be there. I'm hoping DokeV's going to be there. Licensed game from the big three. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and put it there. Da, 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 da. Please don't ban me. Da, 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 da. Yes, June 7th is women-led games. We will be reacting to that, by the way. That's a better way of putting it. Specifically, we're looking for someone saying the word woke during the presentation, which is bound to happen, right? Death Stranding is going to show anyway. Alt-right incels are online hate. So you're expecting they'll say one of those words. I think they'll say woke. I don't think someone will say, like, online hate. I think it's unlikely someone will say that. You think someone will say online hate? You want that on there? We can have that on there, but I don't think it'll show. Fortnite's a given. Fortnite will show up. .007 has its own show this week. Date, time. It wasn't on the Summer Games Fest page that we looked at. It said more news this week, right? So I think it's going to show at SGF. This one is gonna happen. And it would help if I could spell unnecessary. Is that not correct? Oh, IOI Showcase. Okay. Well, I want to win, right? Oh yeah, Mind's Eye. Yeah, so IOI will be showing that off. Alright. June 6th. Oh. For whatever reason, that isn't on the Summer Games Fest page. I'll have to make a note of all these to make sure that we catch them. DS2 will be shown to some extent during Summer Games Fest. How do I know this? Jeff Keighley has already confirmed that Hideo Kojima will be at the event, on stage. Therefore, Hideo Kojima and Death Stranding are a given. No, don't. There we go. Hideo Kojima will be showing it on June 8th. Yes. Well, there is a Death Stranding event, yes, on June 8th, on the Sunday. However, it is confirmed that Hideo Kojima will be at... You know what? You think I should change it? YouTube stopped filtering my messages. It shouldn't. You're a moderator. You should get a little bit of extra protection. We don't have anime yet, do we, on here? Well, here's the thing. I would consider that ticked off if Delta is shown. Because, like I said, I'm not being specific. Like, I'm not being overly specific. Sega... Mm. DC... That's not gaming, though. Like, that would be like Hogwarts Legacy. Amazon, like Secret Level. Amazon games in general. Does it... What, like, Amazon Luna? Skyspark... You know what? I think the Skies of Arcadia remaster or sequel would probably fall under what the fuck, to be honest. Would probably fall under WTF. Gears of War. Yeah, PlayStation 6 is still a while off. If they release a PS6 now, people are going like, oh, what's the point in playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on my PS5 when I could play it on my PS6? And the difference between like hardware like is even less now. You know? Like it's even less impressive now. I think we got a good chance of winning this top right to bottom left. Tomb Raider. Well, the Tomb Raider that was announced like 4 years ago, I was expecting to see today at the Epic thing, and I didn't. So that Tomb Raider must be completely on the back burner now, to make Perfect Dark, because a lot of the devs that were working on that Tomb Raider at Crystal Dynamics went to help on Perfect Dark. Amazon Games and Crystal Time. You really want to put Amazon on here, don't you? Sure, why not? Just Amazon. That way we can be really vague. If the rainforest shows up, then that's still technically correct. If there's an advert for an Amazon Like, get stuff early with blah. Is there anything here I want to switch out? Like, fuck, the Oscars is good, but chicken junk. Well, we got lava chicken there. Okay. Like, when I say lava chicken, right, we're going to take that to mean anything from the Minecraft movie, right? If he goes chicken jockey, then I would accept that as lava chicken. Yeah, flint and steel or anything like that. The Nether, like that is all of those. Yeah. I see your question. If PS6 and next Xbox is real, do you think that the gens stay forever after and receive every game and UE, etc. moving forwards? I It's a difficult thing to answer. I think there will always be new hardware refreshes, but in terms of generation, we are moving closer and closer towards everything being online streamed. And once everything is online streamed, you don't need new hardware. You don't need to pay out for new hardware. And if it's all streamed, everything is in that walled environment that the game publisher controls. Razer SteelSeries or Corsair? It's pretty much a given, because this happens every year. This one's pretty much given. Well, Cloud would fall under Amazon. Because as soon as a game trailer shows Amazon Luna, Amazon has been ticked off. Ray tracing. Ray tracing. UE6. UE6, they've only just announced UE 5.8. Chicken Jockey woke, Fortnite, Metal Gear. Metal Gear. You know? Yeah, it's important to say really unnecessary celebrity cameo. So, like, do we really need really unnecessary? And I'm like, yeah, because it'll be like The Rock saying, hey, I got a new energy drink, which happened like a couple of years ago. Get Bill Clinton kid out of here and go. Hmm. Like a game that is like powered by AI. So AI dungeon, you know, that sort of thing. AI game. Slopper, so like asset flip. Jeff apology. What would Jeff be apologizing for? The only thing Jeff Keighley has to apologize for is being the Dorito Pope. That's the only thing he has to apologize for. You know, we can be less specific. Oh, I'm in my thumbnails folder. Okay, cool. I'll move this later. Yeah, like DoorDash, Grubhub, it's you get what you understand what I'm getting at there. Yeah. Because it's happened before on at least 2 occasions that I can think of. Where it's gone like, and if you're watching now in the US, you can get 2 pizzas for, you know, yeah. Skibbity. Is Skibbity gonna, like... Okay. Okay. Yeah. There we go. That covers Lava Chicken, Chicken Jockey, you know, anything like that. And it also covers things like Italian brain rot and that sort of stuff. If there's a Coco Melon game, that can fall into brain rot. That's still different to wrap it up. Well, Trump reference would fall under woke, wouldn't it? If they're like Orange Man bad, that would fall under woke. Due to a change in administration, that would be woke. Right, Hideo Kojima, Call of Duty, Dokev, Far Cry. I think that means that we can have like the Splinter Cell, right, or something like that. If we say Ubisoft banger, then you know, because Ubisoft has to come out with a banger now to get gamers on their side, right? What do you mean with what the fuck? So like Seaman 3 HD is available now, you know. What the fuck? Seaman 3? You know, what the fuck covers anything that just makes you go, right? That game, like Killer Bean, like a couple of years ago, Killer Bean is like a good example. The Killer Bean game makes you go, what? Yeah? That's what that's for. So basically, any situation that makes you go, oh my god, what the hell? A cringe advert. So we've kind of covered, like headphones. A couple of years ago, there was one show that was presented by like a gaming credit card. I wonder whatever happened with that. Arena shooter. We could swap one of these out for live service. I would say really unnecessary celebrity cameo would include the Muppets. To be fair. Yeah. Live service slop. You go right. So food delivery, because he's mentioned DoorDash before. And lights go out / prank. This happens like every year. They'd be like, oh, we're being hacked. Ooh, or like something like that. The lights go out and it's like, oh, we found the switch. Don't worry, guys. The switch too. Like that sort of thing. Final Fantasy, I think it's safe to assume, yeah, somebody didn't pay the electric bill due to changes in administration. Final Fantasy is pretty much a given. There'll be something Final Fantasy there. Let's go Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts. I want to give us as much a chance as possible of hitting that. New release for the Ouya. No. Listen up, everyone. For every row we get right, ERB has to spin a wheel and give one in chat a big, massive middle finger for saying I'm going to spend money. You almost had me completely finish that. Virtual Boy 2. That would fall under what the fuck. Right? That would fall under what the fuck. Cozy. So cozy is a pretty standard one. People say cozy, wholesome. Oh, it's just a cozy little game. Oh, it's my cozy little cozy simulator. Oh, it's such a cozy game. We put on a tea cozy. Oh, it's so cozy. You get the idea. Then there's like live service slop. So that's like your Concord. If it's a live service game and I go, oh my god, roll my eyes. That's live service slop, right? Free Space is, well, yeah, this is specifically in relation to Summer Games Fest, because otherwise we could already tick off, anime game, cozy, Hi-Fi Rush 2 would come under, do we not have, like unexpected sequel? I guess unexpected sequel would be what the fuck. The rest of D4, yeah, that'd be great. D4 remastered. Now with a non-rushed ending. So Free Space. AI games, so anything like Suck Up, anything like that. A game that uses AI at its core for its gameplay. Like a game that maybe uses like generative AI or something like that. AI assets. So yeah, a game like there was that MMO style game where you could put in words and it would create an asset based on your prompt. Also Inzoi. If Inzoi is shown at all, we tick off AI game because Inzoi uses LLMs for its in-game text, and you can scan assets in as well. COD, I wouldn't count COD as AI, even though COD has used like generative AI. Specifically, I think what that box is looking for is like a new COD game, or like a significant content drop for an existing COD. I think is what that box is specifically alluding to. Reanimal, I mean, Reanimal is there because Jacob wants it there. If there's anything else for the Reanimal box, we'll come back and adjust. I mean, Reanimal was shown before. Mobile game no one asked for. Maybe. Mobile slop. Right, video game movies. So that covers anything. If they say like the new Mario movie, or they say Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is in cinemas in December, check out footage for Five Nights at Freddy's The Last Sentinel or whatever. Boom, you hit video game movie because they mentioned it. Memes brain rot. Chicken jockey, lava chicken. Ooh, Steve's lava chicken, yeah, it's gonna be tasty. Ooh, yeah, shove it up your ass. You know, Flint and Steel, or, you know, any other meme. Like, you see, every time you say Camellia, I read Caramella, and I'm like, oh, Caramella Girls did a... If only. If only Caramella Girls had their finger on the pulse and did a version of Lava Chicken. Wrap It Up. Wrap It Up's pretty... so technical difficulties. Actual tech difficulties. Maybe, yeah. So, Woke, Fortnite, really unnecessary. Like, Woke, I think, is pretty, like, standard. Like, you know what Woke means, right? Fortnite, so any mention of Fortnite is pretty much guaranteed to show. And keeps gaming, and you should host a private Game of the Year show, IMO. Maybe. Really unnecessary celebrity cameo. Technical difficulties would also count for me as well. If my live stream starts glitching or something like that, and it's my fault, that would also fall into technical difficulties. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. So really unnecessary celebrity cameo. That's like and coming on screen to show this new trailer is celebrity that has literally absolutely fucking nothing to do with the game he's showing. That sort of thing, or The Rock showing up to talk about his energy drink, or, you know, like, we've got examples from the past of, like, really unnecessary celebrity cameos. That also counts any member of the Muppets that might show up, because there is a tendency for the Muppets to show up for some reason. A new game from Fairs, that would be... Well, I did have Fuck the Oscars, but I removed it, didn't I? Fuck the Oscars would have covered Fares. I don't think we'd get a new game from Fares. I think we would get Fares show up. But I don't think we'd get a new game from Fares. So I could put, like, Joseph Fares in there. We've only got, like, so many boxes to work with, so we'd have to take something out. We'd have to take out Metal Gear, or Silent Hill, or Reanimal, or, you know. I think... Joseph Fares. A Christopher Judge joke. I mean, Wrap It Up could apply to any sort of Summer Games Fest Video Game Awards related joke, and if that were the case, that would also be considered a meme, wouldn't it? So it's vague. I'm leaving them vague on purpose so we can tick more of them off, right? That's the thought process. We can tick more of these off if we make them vague. Right? We're more likely to hit a bingo. Goon. Oh, like a reference to gooning. Oh, something to Goon 2. Oh. Okay. Sure. Why not? Gooner fuel. Yeah. Alright. I'm starting to think that we might hit a bingo horizontally now. I think there's a good chance we'll hit a bingo horizontally here. they're bound to say cozy. Live service slop, almost a guarantee. AI game. So AI game specifically, then we have to be... we have to be more specific then to make that harder to hit. So we want a game that is specifically AI powered. Otherwise, that's too easy. Because anything can be Guna fuel if you try hard enough. You may get further down the levels of hell, but everything is Guna fuel if you try hard enough. So AI powered game will make that a little bit harder to achieve. So specifically like an AI powered game, so something that uses an LLM in the background while you're playing or something like that to, an API. You can talk to these characters and they'll talk back. There is a cozy Animal Crossing clone that is in development that has LLM built in, and there's a good chance that will show and we'll have to hit both of these. It's too easy to put like Balatro or something like that because that'll show. No, that removes the whole point of the free space. The free space is a free space. That's just kind of how it works. If we have to make the free space impossible to hit, then we'll never get a bingo. The free space is there, so you only have to hit 4 in a direction. I appreciate you want to like make this like more exciting. There, I've made it more exciting. I've tilted the text. Actually, I don't like tilted text. So, Hideo Kojima, Call of Duty, DokeV, Ubisoft banger. So Ubisoft really needs to pull their thumb out and actually show us something we want to see. Predict one game from every company in dev at Summer Games Fest from the list of devs. Well, then all you would do is you would list games that already exist, because chances are they're going to mention the games that already exist while they're talking about their other projects. Why is the Oh man, I'm starting to get really hungry. I had like the world's tiniest lunch today. If the celebrity guest is Salvatore Ganacci, you gain an additional square for free. The thing is, there is a greater than 0% chance of that being the case, because, you know, for whatever reason, he's in fucking Garo now, or King of Fighters or whatever. Okay, we could do something like that. We can do something like that. Because cozy or live service slop is too obvious. I feel like we could swap one of these things out for strange collab. And that just means under what the fuck we can't include a strange collab. Whereas otherwise a strange collab like King of the Fighters is crossing over with Giorgio Moroder or whatever, you'd be like, well, that's what the fuck. If we have the strange collab, then we can't use the strange collab for the what the fuck. Nightbot, they're asking me about remastered versions of old games. So long as they don't make massive changes from the original, that's fine. It's when you change from the original and then people use the argument, well, the old one exists. King of Fighters 16 starring all of Morning Musume. All of AKB48. We can swap one of these out. If we go... We go, like... Revival. Then we can take Metal Gear or let's be a little bit more specific there. Konami reboot. Konami and Kojima shake hands on stage. Yeah, no. I know you're being silly. But what was it I was in a hurry to add? Let's think. What was I in a hurry to add? Strange collab, wasn't it? If we do strange collab, then we can't put the strange collab under what the fuck. So Konami and Kojima shake hands on stage and announce PT would be what the fuck. It would be what the fuck. It would also be Konami reboot. I'm happy with that. I don't think we need to change anything else. I mean, we've only got so many spaces to work with, right? That, that Slitherhead game came out in the end, didn't it? I'd love to play it, but I think it's still absurdly expensive. I'm hoping it'll hit Game Pass. Kojima's hand is suddenly cut off by Konami execs. Oh, that was the point, wasn't it? Fortnite seems too obvious, right? Fortnite is going to show. We were going to have technical difficulties, weren't we? That also covers me, as well as them. So if my internet goes out, or like AI Kojima, he's been trained on all of Hideo Kojima's staff emails, and brain impulses captured while he was working at Konami. Yeah, all this AI does is watch review videos all day. AI Kojima is a failure! All AI Kojima does is watch review videos. Did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? Yeah, I'm fairly satisfied with this. The only issues I have with it now are like issues where it doesn't look centered. Or like words could be a little bit bigger. He went to see a movie and all he tweeted was, "I went to see this movie." That means that movie sucked. What I'm just trying to do is clean this up now. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, if I'm going to be showing it on stream, I've got to be somewhat particular, right? Al? Weird Al. Weird Al is taking over all of our lives. Right. Obviously, the free space square is obviously always achieved. So hard to get a YMCK approved green color. Center, color overlay. Oh, outside. Let's see, 100. Thought you were about to say, well, the free stream is over. Yeah, it's all the paid stream now. You're only allowed to keep watching if you've spent money. Just change the project color space. CMYK. Now we're in CMYK. Now we're in RGB. CMYK RGB. Notice how the colors aren't changing. I kind of worry about whether colors are CMYK compatible now that like if I go this green, then when we go CMYK, see? Whereas if I select this green, when I go CMYK, no difference. I kind of just pick CMYK colors now. Because I do so much t-shirt related stuff. Like, I want to be able to check my colors quickly, which is Control Y to switch between CMYK and RGB, just so I can see what a t-shirt design looks like. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything we need, isn't it? CMYK is CKY. You know what makes me happy? The things that make you sad. Yeah, CMYK. I love CMYK's song Shippensburg. A Pantone subscription just so I can use Quite Bitter Pins. I only know that one because of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I like Shippensburg because Shippensburg is just pretty good. I heard it on a CMYK like DVD that came with Kerrang magazine back in the day. Kerrang magazine, oh Kerrang. That was pretty fucking cringe, wasn't it? You didn't know System of a Down before Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4? Oh, it was Shimmy, wasn't it? Need to shimmy, shimmy, shimmy till the break of dawn, yeah! Don't be late for school again, but... Oh, true, true. I keep forgetting you've got a couple of years on me. You young'un. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I feel like we've got a good chance of winning vertically, and a decent chance of winning horizontally. You had the PS1 version. Oh, man. I forgot they even made a PS1 version for that. They stopped making N64 versions with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 on PS2. No, I think we had it on GameCube first. Maybe. Gallops would know. Not sample all layers. PSX is not PS1. Yes. Which is why Leza was wrong. However, I wasn't going to draw attention to that. PSX is specifically the name of the interim console between the PS1 and the PS2. Well, between the PS2 and the PS3, I think. Oh, I'm gonna argue. No, I am not Japanese, sir, and neither are you. So please call it a PS1 if it's a PS1. Thank you. The PlayStation X, what console is that? We're only up to the PS5. The PS10 is not out yet, sir. Oh god, Nightbot's still at it with the shit questions. American Nightbot, stay away from me. American Nightbot, Just let me be. I don't want to tell you about your games. I just wish you'd fuck off out my chat. I'm not banning Nightbot. Nightbot is necessary for to stop me going criminally insane while I stream, which is becoming more and more possible these days. Okay, so what we will do is have like a standard stream tomorrow. Because there's... Oh, wait. It's PlayStation State of Play tomorrow. Right, okay. Maybe about 8 o'clock, no later than 9, we will start streaming. And then the PlayStation event is at 10 p.m. And we will stream the PlayStation event. That means the stream will be at the original late time tomorrow. There are things I could get on with during the day tomorrow. Standard stream and State of Play stream. We could. We probably won't, but we could. Leave that idea with me. Let me see what's going on tomorrow. What family members are up to. Being a Wednesday tomorrow, it's quite possible that we can. That's the thing. Being a Wednesday, it's quite possible that we can. But if we do, it will be something like an Xbox 360 game like Two Worlds or something like that. Like, we'll go back to something that we've previously played. Dynasty Warriors Gundam or something like that. Alright, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. It's been swell. I'll call you sometime. Concurrent 7 viewers throughout all of this. I'm honestly quite impressed that all of you have stuck around. I appreciate that. Alright. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go. That was the State of Unreal 2025. We saw Fortnite, we saw The Witcher, we saw Infinity Nikki, and we saw all sorts of other exciting things. Gonna stream to X now that Asmongold has gotten in. Draven, to stream to X, I have to be an X subscriber, so I have to pay for X Premium. I would love to stream to X. That is the only obstacle. Let me have a think about it. If I can get in without paying for X Premium, I will. If I can't, then I will have to really consider that, because it's a cost. It's been swell, but the swelling has gone down. I'm sorry to hear that. For me, the swelling only lasts for about 5 or 10 minutes, and if I don't do anything with it, that's the day ruined. Alright. Until next time, if we live that long, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.